you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up. And we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling. Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling. I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
In a world with no production value, a man decided to recap The Bachelor. And now, available only on Patreon, you can see Vintage Dave.
Okay, hello, this is my first review of Bachelor Season 20 with Ben Higgins.
Push the like button.
This is Neal.
Push the like button. Push the like button. Everyone should post on your like. Push the like button.
I have been wondering this so much lately. Like, how did Dave Neal rise to prominence in the YouTube space when there are so many women who cover the show with such thought and nuance?
In a world of mediocrity, where the cocktail parties keep getting canceled, a power recap empire like no other. Prepare to digress. Prepare to be disgruntled. Prepare to be informed.
Girl, she don't know.
Prepare to be entertained.
Barrel scraping. Barrel scraping. Barrel scraping.
Rise your finger up and onto the like button. Prominent this video an odd
the like
number
button.
of times. It's time to rise with prominence with Bachelor Nation News. And your host, the one, the only, Dave Neal.
Let's go, everybody. Come on now. Let's get into it. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comedy host of Bachelor Nation News. Good to see everyone. Yeah, we've been playing this new intro. If you haven't seen it yet, it's cool. If you've seen it 3 times, you're sick of it. How's everyone doing out there? All right, leave a voicemail. Let me know what you think. 412-13-9828. It's your boy Dave Neal, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. I don't know. I thought it was a good episode. So, some people thought it was boring. Some people thought it was great. We had chocolate, waffles. What else do you need? Beer. And bikinis. Beer and bikinis.
Just loving this moment. Can we say
Amsterdam's next. Will they do some medicinal marijuana?
this moment? Can we say
All right, everybody. Make sure to hit the like button and let's populate some voicemails. Why don't we listen to some of your voicemails and see what you have to say in regards to this episode. Oh, they're coming in. All right, let's go to Kevin in Georgia. You're the first. Kevin in Georgia, leave your voicemails. Let me know what you thought of this episode, where things are going. No spoilers. Let's get into it.
Hey, Dave, this is Kevin from Georgia.
Hey,
and
Kevin.
all I gotta say is, oh my God. First of all, I'm probably the only one that doesn't know who any of these men are, with the exception of a very small few. Like, I don't know who these people are. Secondly, when Meatball got sent home, I was like, no, not Meatball, because he's the only one I actually knew, right? Thirdly, a lot's going on. Anyways, for the preview, I'm pretty sure in every single preview, they have a shot of Rachel saying she can't do this anymore. Lastly, the guy, the one-on-one with Rachel, Avon, I can relate because I had like a phone relationship with both of my parents growing up, and I'm only 19. But like growing up, it hasn't gotten better. I'm hoping it does, but I don't know what this has to do with the show. But yeah. Oh my God, that's all I gotta say. Oh my God, bye.
Oh my God, yeah. Kevin, thanks for calling from Georgia. Kevin said, who are these guys? Yeah, we saw Johnny for the first time. We haven't really gotten to see Johnny. What did Gabby say? Johnny's a bad boy, but he's cool. She was like, he's not normally the type of guy I like, but he's silly. That's the key. Be a little bad boy, be a little silly, a little bit of both. You know what I mean? All right. Leave a voicemail if you want. 401-213-9828. The voicemail number's light. I only got a couple of voicemails up, so make sure you get in on that. 401-213-9828. Let me know where you're calling from. We'd love to hear from you. Well, every once in a while, we have a family update from our good friends in Bachelor Nation. I understand people's lives get busy, and they can't always be here for every week. But look who we have here. Abby Thomason is in the chat, everybody. Said, I haven't been here in a hot minute, and this intro is killing me. Let me tell you something. Abby's been gone, but it's because she's been busy. Do me a favor in the chat and help me wishing Abby a congratulations. Oh, my button's not working. Hold on. Help me wishing Abby a Where the hell is it? I can't find the right button. Oh boy, hold on, folks. We're going to get there. I'm having a cord issue. Oh, I was coming in so smooth. So what happens is I have to take my laptop and, unplug everything and then replug it back in. And of course, I'm not prepared. Everybody help me welcome Abby to motherhood. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a breaking news story. Abby Thomason gave birth to a beautiful baby. Look at those little baby toes. What an adorable little football you got right there. Sound asleep. How cute. Congratulations to one of our own, Abby the Law Thomason. We're so happy. Abby, do we have a name? Let's get some info from Abby. Abby's over here doing the Lord's work, quite literally.
Oh my God.
Staying busy out there. Delivers a baby 2 weeks before taking the bar exam. Just incredible. I mean, how can no offense to your body, but how can your body think and birth children? I mean, men, we get a boner and our brains don't work. We only have enough, and all of a sudden you're here birthing babies and taking the bar exam? I object.
You can't handle the truth.
All right. So anyway, I'm sure the live stream is going to go absolutely bonkers for baby. Is this our first live chat baby that we've had? I think if the baby's name's not Dave, I don't know what you're doing, but I feel like we need to get the baby registry out. Sorry, I'm burping. Excuse me. That was a nice one. All these Coke Zeros going straight to the old Belchies. AJ. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I miss it? Did we get a name? Did we say the baby's name's AJ? AJ for Alexandra James. How cute. Alexandra Davina James. ADJ. Very cute. Looking at some of the comments here. Get a lot of comments after the show. Try to read all of them. Anyway, let us know. Was it everything you expected? Was it... I mean, you don't have to get into the specifics, but give us a play-by-play. All right, hold on, one more.
Hey Dave, Kevin again. I just forgot in my last voicemail that they showed the shot of Rachel crying on the stairs. They are sick for that. I hate them for that. They're absolutely sick. Okay, that's it. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, if there's a drought happening in California, if we could just bottle up Rachel's tears, we could probably water some plants. Maybe a little salty.
Hey, Mr. Neal. It's Nora calling from Kansas.
Lovely.
We have some concerns about Logan being the villain of this season, playing both teams, manipulating both Rachel and Gabby. Then we want to talk about Tino, who also manipulated Rachel when he said he feels unseen by her not going on the group date when it wasn't about him at all. And then we also feel a certain way about them having dates in the churches, the Catholic Church, when that is totally against the whole religion. And nobody's saying anything about being religious. Thank you. Bye.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, can you do a date in the Catholic Church? I don't know. I don't know what the rules are these days. Usually when I was in Catholic Church, I was just counting down the seconds till it was over. How boring is a Catholic Mass? What? Huh? Yeah. Do you want to? Okay, wait. No, I was raised Catholic. Okay. Abby says giving birth was crazy. Ended in an emergency C-section. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm happy you are okay. That sounds wild. Sounds wild there. Emergency C-section. And you said, but all worth it. And the bar gave me breaks to pump so I could feed the baby upstairs. Were you cheating? If I were you, I'd put a little bar exam, some notes in the pump machine. Oh yeah, just feeding the kid. What was the answer for C? I don't know why I go into something fraudulent like that, but good to know. Abby's out there doing the Lord's work. The old pump master. Yeah, let us know. Abby, do you have a baby registry? Is there anything we can do for you in the live stream? Please let us know. Is there anything we can do? You guys nailed it today. I don't even know if I have... Give me a second to try to find this. So I brought this to you guys earlier today. Emily wrote us and said, hi, I know this is a long shot, but I teach special ed in public school in Queens. I created an Amazon wish list of some classroom items. If you feel at all interested in contributing or sharing the list, it would mean a lot to me. And then here's the list. And I got to tell you, a lot of people contributed. I don't know how many. I'm guessing 10 or 15, it felt like. So you can just pick and choose. I mean, doesn't it stink that teachers have to buy AAA batteries? Like, teachers should, I mean, I don't know what jobs you guys have, but like, you should be able to go to work and have the supplies you need to teach, but they don't, all the money's going to the military budget. I digress, and we should be investing in the youth of America. But either way, there's a lot here, that you can buy from $5 to $15 or $30 or whatever. If anyone wants, they can do that. I don't know if this link will go through right now, but I don't think that'll go through on my end. Maybe I can find a way to link it, or I'll link it afterwards. But either way, you can watch my earlier videos from today if you want to get caught up on all of the inner workings here. But yeah, let us know, Abby, if you have a baby shower registry, and we would love to help you in the baby out. If you need it, by all means, don't force us, but we're here. Let us buy a couple pacifiers.
Hi, Dave. It's Laura from Brazil again. I feel like when Avon came on the date, like his first one-on-one, and you didn't even know what kind of person he was because we haven't seen much of him. I feel like everybody was like, I need to know if he has swag, and then Avon came out being perfect and so much fun.
So we were wondering if Avon had swag. Is swag the word of the week?
Does he have this swag?
Girl, she don't know.
Just being girl, she don't know. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like that was kind of the consensus, like, oh my God, he's actually pretty great. But more seriously though, I love Rachel. I really feel for her, but she can't keep canceling a lot of these things. Like, she's not going to get to know the guys if she keeps canceling everything. Also, are they going to try to make us believe that, kind of turns on Rachel or something? Because if that happens, it's just going to be like the meltdown of the century. Okay, just my 2 cents. Have a good night.
Thank
Bye.
you for your 2 cents there, or your well, I don't know how that converts to the Brazilian currency, but yeah, look, there's going to be a meltdown. Can we get a nuclear reactor set up for Rachel and Gabby here? The previous caller said there's been a lot of chatter about Logan. I don't even watch. I have a hard time. Okay, so I watch my stream. It's probably a minute delayed because I'm on the West Coast and I just get the bootleg stream. By the way, I'm having a hard time talking. I ate so much pho and I am filling up my belly right now. I'm so full. Comatose Dave. Wake me up so we can go. What else was I saying? Oh boy, nothing like a bunch of soup and Diet Cokes. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I don't get to watch the preview for what happens next week or the following week. So let's just hold off on Logan until we actually can watch it. You know what I mean? Like, no point in getting it. Well, if he's about to, then I'm going to get. Okay, let's just wait. Let's just deal. We'll do that next week. We've got a whole week to kill. We are going to have so much content to talk about tomorrow morning. Oh my golly.
Oh my God.
So much to talk about tomorrow morning. Let's just go into a couple of the things we're going to be seeing. Excuse me. So we have a page update. So Paige Lorenz. So let's do this. Paige Lorenz update. That's a video. They broke up, her and Tyler Cameron. And then we also have this. Hold on. We have an update tomorrow from Reality Steve. Got this DM the day the Bachelorette cast was first announced. Didn't think much of it because I get this every season. Then a day after episode 2 aired, a TikTok surfaced, contact was made, and tomorrow I will share the very detailed findings from that TikTok. It's very bizarre and shitty. So that's tomorrow. I'm going to be up early to cover this. I'm expecting it will be the lead story of the day. And what is it about, you ask? Hey, Steve, just saw that Nate Mitchell is in the running. Would love to put you in contact with one of my friends who dated him if he moves on. He is such a bad guy. Anyway, keep doing the Lord's work. Well, I am glad this isn't my story to share, so we can only speculate on what it might be. But of course, this was the TikTok that came out about him several weeks ago. Here it is. There should be many explanations. Take these TikToks with a grain of salt, so they said. And she said, I cried for a guy who kept his kid a secret from me for 1.5 years when we were dating, and I found it on reality TV. So the question becomes, and leave a voicemail, the question becomes, is it morally wrong? And again, this is just the question we're going to be asking. Is it morally wrong to be dating somebody and not disclose that you have a child? Don't leave a voicemail now about this. If this is what the story is tomorrow, I'm sure Reality Steve will have receipts and whatever he could possibly be teasing. This is obviously what people think. If this is what it is, we'll do a voicemail tomorrow for it. We'll make the video and then we'll do a voicemail line so you guys can call in and deal with all that. I think at the very least, it would be very interesting to hear what his explanation is. Anastasia says, Diet Coke Dave. Oh no, hate the taste. You're telling me you don't like a good Coke Zero brought to you by, boy, what I'd give. Can we get Coca-Cola to sponsor me? None of these little I'm sponsored by Twisted Tea. No, I want to be sponsored by the Atlanta, Georgia, home of the brave. Refreshing cola. It's made with cocaine. Okay. Stacia said, Dave, with all the lawyer fans, we got you. Here's what I'm going to need. I'm going to need to put together a group of all of our mental health experts and all of our lawyers. Because God willing, there's going to be a day where someone sues me, on this channel, and I'm going to need your help. Okie dokie. Let's see. Are we caught up on voicemails? Guys, we don't even have any voicemails. So just judging by the lack of voicemails really goes to show how apathetic I feel like you guys are towards what went down today. My question is, and hit the like button if you don't mind. Yeah, Sophia says Coke Zero is so good. I agree. My question is, do you think that Rachel's feelings were valid? Do you think she overreacted? Let me know. Ladies, please call in. She keeps saying the last 3 or 4 weeks, getting rejected by 3 guys was the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. We talked about this with Dr. Diane Strakowski and Dr. Victoria Bossi and also, Franny. So lots of triggers can come up when you're rejected. Getting rejected privately seems to be worse than getting rejected in public. Does that make sense? It's probably a completely different trigger. Like the other day, someone cut me off in traffic when I was driving with Tasha. And I mean cut me off, like inches away from running me off the road. And they did it because they felt like I had cut them off, even though I was just merging. They had a giant truck. I'm in my tiny little car. And the easy reaction when cut off is to get mad and, here I am. I'm a power recapper. Can you believe I got it? My cowlick could do better than you. Whatever, Easy reaction. But I think the evolved one is to go, they're cutting off a guy in a Toyota. They're not cutting me off. They don't know me. Okay. I'm just like a background character in their story. They're cutting me off. I don't need to get upset over it is my point. And the same thing is kind of how I feel for Rachel. It's like, look, yeah, you're getting rejected. Maybe it's embarrassing, but at the same time, don't take it so personally. And I know that's hard to say, but what we have to remember in life is that we have the choice with how we react to adversity. We have the choice how we react to rejection. Now, it doesn't mean you should be walked all over, but we can choose to spiral. Like Rachel, let me tell you something. Bruges is beautiful. Rachel will never get that day back where she could have been hanging out in Bruges with these guys. She was too upset.
Hey, it's Beth from Michigan. I just want to say that I think Logan 100% needs to go. He's a 2-timer. He's not cute. And
well, first of all, we don't do that.
Pot.
No, we don't need to. Well, we don't need to make fun of someone's looks, right? What does that have to do with it? Beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. Irrelevant.
You can't handle the truth.
Stacia, I got the truth. So look, let's not be hypocritical. We tell people, I just wish they'd be honest with me. Logan tried to make it work with Rachel. In any other season where there's just one Bachelorette, he probably would have kept on trying to make it work until it got to the engagement period. People do this every season. They stay on the show. And again, yeah, I'm going to defend Logan because I think he came across perfectly fine with Rachel. I don't know what he's going to do in the future. I don't know how that's all going to work out. But he came off perfectly fine and serviceable. Leave a comment, guys. Let me know what you think with Rachel. And, she got upset afterwards. But he was like, look, I tried my best. I'm an idiot for not liking you. I can't shake this other thing. And maybe, I can understand people would get upset with that because we've all been passed up over someone else. Hey, been there. We've all been there. Yeah, even Power Recapper Dave was passed up for a more powerful recapper. We've all been there. It sucks. But that's just one of the guys. And Rachel goes, to think he would wait until the 5th episode? It's like, they're 1 week into this thing. Has he even had a one-on-one date with her? Has Logan had a one-on-one date with Rachel? She has other options. Now people say, well, why would Gabby take Logan when she's got all these other guys? Well, clearly she was more into Logan. Like you don't know what you don't know, right? And you don't know it. So she knew Mario wasn't the one. She already knew she was going to send some of these guys home. Yeah, he got the first impression thing, and for whatever reason, it just fizzled. Maybe, sometimes people who are an early contender, you think you got them all set, and then you avoid that relationship. You don't water the plants, and it goes wrong. Sarah says, no, Logan has had no one-on-one. So Logan, yeah, so he knew it was going nowhere with Rachel. He might as well throw his cards out there. I mean, Logan could have easily stuck around 2 or 3 more weeks if he just stayed on Rachel's side. So I don't fault him at all. I don't fault him at all for switching. And Gabby validated that when he talked to her, right? Gabby validated it and said, hey, you were the only guy that was a crossover. We both liked you. So does that make him a 2-timer? I mean, does that make the ladies an 8-timer because they have 8 options? Hey, Jen, how are you? Good to see you. I'm out of breath. Can somebody call in? And let me tell you something. When you do call in, don't say I'm calling in because you don't have any other voicemails. That's like if I said, hey, come to my birthday because no one's coming. And then you show up to my birthday and you say, I came because you told me no one else was going to be here. Just leave a dang voicemail and give me a chance to breathe. All right. So, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm trying to find my super chat button here because I always forget to put the super chat button up and then we never get any super chats. Is it called rules? I forget what it's called. I keep losing this stupid button. Live stream rules. There it is. There it is. No creeps. I made the rules just to say super chats appreciated. It's like, yeah, don't name call, but also you can feel free to, do what you want to do. Or don't. That's totally fine too. If it comes down to leaving a super chat or donating to the Amazon wish list, F those kids. I'm kidding. You donate to the Amazon wish list. Sarah said, I'll be honest. I didn't even remember Michael. At one point I said, who's Michael? Yeah, exactly. So when people wonder why Logan made it over other people, it's like, well, there's people that haven't even gotten any airtime whatsoever. Also, Dave, I'm working on getting a Pizzle Choco Taco recipe. Ooh, Stacia. A Pizzelle? What is a Pizzelle? Choco Taco recipe? Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. Okay. Well, usually that by this point I've guilted enough people to leave a voicemail. And unless you guys are leaving nice, juicy, long voicemails, it doesn't look like any are coming in. I don't know what else to say. Let's see what is going on in the interwebs here. I'm going to pull up Twitter and let's take a look at the Bachelorettes. So, oh look, someone tagged me in this. This is nice. Reality Steve said this piece about Nate, and then they tagged my video. Hello, everybody. Let's see what happened. Stronger, and it's the same thing as. Oh, I got my ref hat on. This is good. Show off their cleavage. See, we all do it because women want a guy that can catch a bear, and men want a guy. I guess genetically, it comes down to. Okay, let's. Before I say something, I'm gonna regret. We have a blank voicemail playing right now. Again, this is a blank voicemail. Well, thank you for the blank voicemail. That was a 503 number. No audio. Just dead air. All right, well, that's how you run a successful channel. Oh, Jen's here.
Hey, Dave, it's Mrs. B here. I just have a feeling that Logan is going to make me look like a damn fool, a damn freaking fool, because I'm still rooting for him. Like, I don't think he's really going to end up with anybody, and I like him. I want to see him more in this franchise. I think he's cute. I think he's kind of a jerk. And I think that's kind of why I like him a little bit. Or he's treating these girls a little jerk-ish, maybe. Well, not a fan of the crossover, but I'm still a fan of him. Anyways, I hope you have a good live stream, Dave. Bye.
Bye. By the way, question for Abby Thomas in here. Is the baby, if Bachelorette's still going on, don't let your kid near the Bachelorette family. Bunch of weirdos. That's how you know you failed as a parent, when the kid's like, I'm going to go on the dating show. And you're like, oh boy, I could have raised you better. All right. So the question is from Mrs. B are you going to regret cheering on Logan? I mean, guys, I can't believe I say this like the other day when people got upset with me for like saying, hey, villains aren't as bad as they make them out to be, and the good people aren't as good either. It's like, most people are trying the best. They're trying their best. Is he going to come off horribly? I have no idea. Could I eat crow? Sure. Would I bet against that? Absolutely. Do I like asking myself questions that I have to answer so I'm, killing time? Maybe. Okay. Anastasia, you're up.
Hello, Dave. This is Anastasia calling in from Houston.
Hello.
Just want to say hello. Hope you're doing well. Logan, for me, he's just not my cup of tea. Just something about him kind of came off smug, once he went over to be with the group of men that are there for Gabby, just the vibes were off for me. That's all it is. But, should be curious to see. I would be shocked if he made it to hometowns considering how little time he's had with Gabby, but we will see. Thanks, Dave. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Anastasia from Houston, Texas. Yeah, I don't see Logan going to hometowns, but good on him. Good on him for making it this far. It's good. It's always good for the career. I think he posted that he was with Eric. I think he's been hanging out with Eric. So yeah, good for them. Oh boy, I had to guilt you guys to call in, and now we have some voicemails. Leave a voicemail, guys.
Okay, Dave, it's Beth again from Michigan.
Hi.
Okay, I'm sorry that I said he wasn't cute. All right.
You are forgiven. You know what I mean, though? You lose your point. The point's, I'm fighting for... No, but listen, that doesn't mean you have to say that you're into him, but he's a tall guy. He's got good bone structure. Sure.
That was wrong. I agree that the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I agree with you also that everyone on that show is technically a two-timer because they're all dating multiple men, women, whatever. But I just don't trust him. I think there's something shady about him. And I think that, you know what? The guys who were true to the first choice are the ones that should stick. I also feel like, Gabby should let him go because she, in camaraderie with Rachel, because girls have that pact and they just need to let him go.
But do they have that pact, or does Gabby have that pact? Because it looked like Rachel is, like I said, squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Do you agree with me on this one? Let me know.
Well, so you said Gabby should let him go because she's got the pact with Rachel. Like I said, Rachel hasn't shown me to make any sacrifices for Gabby. Leave a comment, guys. Let me know. But to me, Rachel's making decisions for herself, having pity parties, and then Gabby is going out of her way to help Rachel by saying, hey, Logan, I got to talk to Rachel first. And then Gabby's looking like an even better person. And I'm not blaming Rachel. I just think spiritually, like I said before about we are in control of how we react to things, it doesn't feel that way for Rachel. It just doesn't feel like she's got any control over what's going on. And I think that scares her. And, you should be scared. Thank you so much for the call, though. I really appreciate it. Thanks for calling back.
Hey, Dave, it's Cam from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
Hello.
I'm personally okay with how Logan handled the situation. I think Rachel has taken things way too personally. I'm a hopeless romantic. I hope they both get love in the end. But I do think Logan's going to change his mind again from that preview. I hope not. I hope things work out for everybody. Just my opinion. Bye.
Bye. Yellow. Appreciate the opinion. Gosh, I didn't even watch so do they tease that Logan goes back to Rachel? Is another switcheroo? I didn't see that. Sarah Haymaker says Rachel looked disappointed that Logan stayed. Yeah, and you would think Rachel should be happy for Gabby. Let's see here. Erica said, yeah, Gabby is the only one compromising. It would be interesting. It would be interesting if it was reversed. If Rachel would go speak with Gabby first. I don't know. Maybe. I think Rachel sees Gabby as the older sister type, and And, well, how do I put this? I'm watching this play out with all of you guys. I've said this with every therapist we've talked to. We talked to the old trifecta. We talked to Dr. Diane, Franny, and Victoria. Excuse me. I am just luckily I'm burping and not farting here. I just blow out the green screen. It's not a green screen anymore. What the? Anyway, boy, do I have swag? That's the question.
We have like this swag.
Girl, she don't know.
Okay, so I don't know. We watched Rachel get angry at Clayton. We watched Gabby show Clayton grace. We watched Rachel storm out and let her emotions get the better of her. And we watched Gabby take deep breaths. And yet Gabby says she's the one who's doesn't think she's all there. But I think Gabby's just aware of the demons and she actively fights them. What do I know? We're just watching a dang TV show.
Dave, longtime listener, Sherry.
Hi,
from
Sherry.
Tampa.
Oh, Sherry. How are you?
Actually from Tampa, Florida. Not many of us.
Go Tom Brady.
It's not the hell everybody thinks it is. However, I think Rachel is a little immature with her whole crying over everything because in reality, I mean, if you don't gel with someone in either direction, then they shouldn't be there. So that's my thoughts, and I think if she doesn't find somebody, it'll be because she's too immature.
Wow.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you so much. Did I hear that right? You said you think if Rachel doesn't find anybody. I mean, it's so tough, right? Because Rachel's young. She's I think, and this isn't a gender thing. I think this goes for men, women, and everyone, with regardless of how you identify. I think when you're in the group dating situation of early 20s, mid 20s, your friends defend you even with your toxic behavior. So there's plenty of guys out there that are toxic, just, that they'll break up with someone on every fight. They're not trying to get better. And then the same thing for women where it's like, oh, you don't deserve him. He doesn't deserve you. You're better than him. And it's like, well, maybe you're bad at communicating. Like, it takes a while to learn. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's you. You're the one. And the universe, God, the world, Yahweh, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, whoever you believe in, Dave, sometimes you have to realize that you're going to get the same problematic situations over and over, like Groundhog's Day, until you learn from them. So if Rachel keeps getting her heart broken in similar ways, I'm not victim blaming. I'm just saying find out what you're doing wrong, because that's the only thing you can control. And that's a good thing. It's called growth. It's called learning.
Hey Dave, it's Julie, aka J Cards, calling from Toronto. I'm calling because I heard no one is going to your birthday party. Just kidding. Love you, love your channel, and love everyone in the Patreon community. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that's it. Oh, no birthday. Oh, yeah. I'm just sitting alone at the bowling alley eating cake by myself like you do. Okay, thanks for the phone call. I appreciate you. Canada's just dusting you guys. So many good calls from Canada.
Hey Dave, this is Grace Ann from Houston. Long-time viewer, first-time caller. Can't believe I've never called in before. I'll keep it short and sweet. I personally love Logan, and if I was Rachel, I would actually, okay, she's been through it. We know this. She's been crying a lot, but, if I'm her, I am thinking, okay, I'm thankful that he's telling me the truth and, not just, leading her on, because he's a cute guy, and it was evident from the get-go that both of the girls were into him. And like you said many times, they've each had, all of 3 or 4 conversations, not even that, before they decided who they liked more. So anyways, I don't think he's going to end up with either of them, but I think Logan's a good guy. So anyways, BTW had a wedding a couple weeks ago in Cancun, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Super excited for you and Tasha.
Yeah.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I got a video. You know what I'll do? You know what I'm going to do for you guys right now? I'm going to show you a preview. But I'm only going to show you. I am going to show you the shortest preview you've ever seen. Now hold on a second. Give me a second, By the way, Erica said, how old was Tasha when you started dating her? Well, let's put it this way. She was mid to late 20s. Maybe late 20s, depending on how you look at it. But I don't know if I should share more than that. Now, give me a second here. Trying to find this. Did I make this yesterday? All right, here it is. Are you guys ready for this? Why isn't it loading? Hold on, I'm having a hard time popping this up here. I made this yesterday, right? Oh, here it is. I got it. All right, I'm gonna give you guys just 1 minute of this never before seen video. You're gonna have to watch this when it's uploaded on Tasha's YouTube channel. Okay, so this is because people asked. We just did our food tasting in Tulum. So this is just like I said. You're gonna have to subscribe to her YouTube channel, Tasha Courtney, if you want to watch the full thing. It is not up yet, but it will be later this week. Have a watch. Hold on a second. I messed that up. Look at last. I'm having this display problem. Okay, let's watch it again.
Tell us where we're at.
I think it's tell us where we are.
Tell us where we are.
Well, I think actually that's wrong too. I think you're never supposed to end a sentence in a preposition.
Where are we?
We are at our wedding resort.
Wow, no way. Why are we here? The wedding's not in 102 days.
We're doing our tasting. We're meeting the person in charge of groups. We're checking it all out and seeing if it's as great as we remember. And it is.
Very nice here. Getting a little lay of the land. And we're gonna go taste some food.
All right, so there it is, and then we do a full food tasting and the whole thing. So if you want to see what we tasted and what we tried and all that jazz, you can go check that out. I actually showed this video on the Patreon already, so if you want a sneak preview, it's on the Patreon. But that's the content you get on the Sarah Hammaker says, what was that? That was an iguana. So here it is, folks. You can go check that out on the Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Neal. We're going to have more wedding shoots here. We got a lot to get into there. Okay, well, wanted to share that with you guys. Angel said video quality is awesome. You know me, always begging for that good video quality. I want equality of our video, not equality, video quality. All right, let's play the rest of these voicemails, but I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. You can go check that out on Tasha's YouTube channel, or if you want to watch it now, it is available on Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Neal. I had that today. Okay, now hold on a second while I try to find this. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I got a lot of content to get to here. So we just did Grace, right? We just played Grace. Let's go to Bruce.
Bruce from Oregon. Dave, so there's a meme on the internet, and it's like, hey, I'm dating 2 bachelorettes, and I switch between them, and everyone loses their mind. But on Bachelor in Paradise, you give a rose to someone else every other week, and it's totally fine.
True.
It's like a double standard. And so I think we'll see what happens with Logan, but I think he's just playing the Bachelor game. That's all I got. See ya. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I mean, look, you know what? People go, "Oh, you're going to defend him because you know him." Well, I just think it's ridiculous. Sure, the game Bachelor was created so one person has all the control, but don't we think it's better off that the controls goes a little both ways? It's like Rachel. The funny thing about Rachel is she's the exact Bachelorette who needs all the control, and so that's why it's probably good that she's not getting it all. It's probably good for her.
Hey Dave, it's Anastasia again. I just have to say, I can't do the Coke Zero Sugar or the Diet Coke. I just think it's just horrible. Regular Coke, the #1 soda of all time, especially Mexican Coke, in a nice cold glass bottle is the best thing ever. What are some of your favorite sodas of all time? Mine would be Coke, love a good Sprite. They once used to make pineapple Sunkiss, and that was like the best soda ever. It was so, well, Not best ever, but second ever. So what are your thoughts on sodas? Thanks, Dave.
Well,
Bye.
I like to vary between Diet Coke, Coke Zero, and Diet Dr. Pepper. Now, if I'm having a pretty crazy month, maybe if I want to splurge, if things are getting out of control, I'll do a Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper. But that's only if I'm just going, I'll wear my seatbelt still. You know, I don't drive recklessly. I'm not going to Anne Hayes shit around the turns, but I do go for a good Diet Cherry Dr. Peps.
Hey Dave, it's Cece from Northern California. You know, it's interesting that the women are so upset about men rejecting them when, I mean, they're rejecting men every show and sending people home. I mean, like, it's kind of just seems kind of like a double standard. I mean, I don't think there's a big deal with some of the guys maybe not being into them. I think it's actually being honest to say, hey, you know, I'm trying, but I like Gabby better. So, I don't know. I just think Rachel is being kind of, I don't know, she's being very into herself and not really realizing she's also rejecting men. So anyway, that's my 2 cents.
I appreciate all of your... Bye. Don't you know we have a coin shortage happening out there? Listen, he's just not that into you. And the thing that's so great with this title of this book turned movie is that there's no other way to put it. He's just not that into you. Oh, does he like me? He's just not that into you. Maybe he's got busy with his career or his bowling league. He's just not that into you. And that's okay. Some guy is going to be in the right place and he will be just into you. By the way, I did this guy's podcast a couple months ago. And I didn't know this at the time, but it was the writer of this book. He's just not that into you. And I was like, how foolish of me to not know this guy's book.
Hey, Dave, it's Karen from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada again. About the bro code or the sister code or anything like that, when it comes to love, it doesn't apply. I know that a sister took another sister's man.
Wait, hold on.
Bye.
Hold on. I want to play that again.
It doesn't apply. I know that a sister took another sister's man.
Karen, can you tell us more about a sister that took another? This sounds like a Virgin River theme. By the way, have you guys been watching Virgin River? Pretty good show. They all die. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. All right, let's go to Kathy Jones from Georgia. Oh my gosh, this is Kelly's mom. Oh, this is going to be nice. I read Jones because it does speech. It texts it out to me, but I believe this is Kathy Johns. Apologies.
Hi, Dave. This is Kathy Johns from Canton, Georgia, also known as Kelly's mom.
Wow.
I just wanted to say hello and thank you for being supportive of my baby girl. Enjoy your show. Keep up the good work.
Oh,
Bye.
We love moms. Don't we love moms? I get calls all the time from Connor Brennan's mom, the twins from this season, their mom wrote in. Moms just want to make sure their kid is taken care of. And boy, you did a good job raising yours. Kelly seems like nothing but a great person and very talented. And we're happy to have Kathy and Kelly on the channel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to watch the pre-show live stream. We had a great pre-show live stream. It might have been the most airtight pre-show live stream we've ever had.
Hey, Dave. It's Megan calling from Toronto, Canada.
Hi.
It's my first time calling in.
Yay.
It's exciting. I just have 2 hot takes. My one is that, I love Rachel. I was really excited about her being on this season to learn more about her as an individual, apart from her connection with Clayton. I just feel like from what we've seen in the past couple of episodes, she's not acting like a lady who's ready to, sign the rest of her life away, be an adult, commit to marriage, and everything else. I know that the show creates a toxic environment on purpose, but I just feel bad for her. I want, her to be in a position to thrive. And I feel like the format of this show, by having 2 bachelorettes, really took a lot of power away from the women, both Rachel and Gabby. And that's kind of sucked a lot of the fun out of watching it for me, especially as a woman. I love watching The Bachelorette when it's all these guys fawning over this woman. She has all this power, and like, yeah, they totally killed that fantasy for me. So that's all. Have a good night, Dave. Love you. Bye.
Oh, love you right back. Okay, well, so you want a fantasy world. You want a world where all the women have all the power. I get it. Like I said, this might be the best thing spiritually for Rachel. Maybe she just needed to, I don't know, not have the control. You know what I mean? By the way, I'm looking at stats from the pre-episode live chat. Let me tell you guys this, and I'm not saying this to scold you, because I know a lot of you guys here are loyal watchers. I can't keep doing live streams if I'm going to get one new subscriber a live stream. I mean, any company that exists has to grow a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here if it's not the United States of dang America? We need at least 20 new subscribers per live stream. And I'm not kidding. People say, oh, I don't do the live streams on Thursdays anymore. I say, well, the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. Like, I love talking to you guys, but everything comes with time and energy. And golly, if Bruce doesn't say it, no rice shaker, 98 out of 100 points. We had a perfect score. And I blew it with no rice shaker. That's on me, Bruce. That's on me. All right, but anyway, I wanted to share, if you guys didn't catch the pre-show, you can go check it out now, but I did a quick interview with our friend Kelly Johns, and then her mom just called in, for those that were wondering. Oh boy, we got a lot of, there it is. So Kelly called in. You can go watch this.
You have to choose between being on, is that Zac Efron?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I went like that close to him to see
it's
who it was that
Zac
could look
Efron.
just like Zac Efron. He turns around and it was Zac Efron, and then I had to pretend like I was trying to look past him. Yeah.
I would have fainted. He's my absolute favorite.
So, the pressing interviews. So it looked, who knew that Kelly and I would bond over old Zachy E. Anyway, so, and then Kelly's mom was in the chat as well. So very good. We always appreciate you and all of our friends of the family here. So last chance to get your voicemails in, 401-213-9828. Last chance to get your voicemails in, 401-213-9828. I got to tell you, I'm heavily considering going to Bruges for Christmas. Heavily considering. The Christmas market in the center of Bruges might be the best place to do Christmas in all of the world. Unbelievable place.
Hey, Nate. It's Isabella from Central Florida.
Hi.
Yeah, this is an interesting episode. What do you think of the whole Rachel canceling that group date, like the beginning of the group date? At least she didn't end the night, but what do you think? Was it a good thing that she did, or not very smart choice? Also, Belgium is now on my bucket list. The top 3. It looks so beautiful over there. I've only been to Spain and Italy. Also, what places in Europe have you traveled to, if you've ever been to Europe? And tell Tasha that, we love her, and keep on doing what she's doing, and also you, Dave. And have a good night. Bye.
Oh, thank you so much. So in order to best answer your question, I have to kind of go and tell you exactly where I've been in order. So I studied abroad in Marseille, which is in the south of France. I've also been to Barcelona and Bruges. Now, Bruges is somewhere over here. It's on the French, it's close to France. We actually drove from Marseille to Bruges. It's about a 10-hour drive. You can also take a train from Paris to Bruges. So we've been there. I've been to London, Edinburgh, Dublin, Cork, and Galway on the west coast. I've been to Amsterdam, Brussels. Oh, I'm sorry. I was down here. Bruges. Oh, sorry about that. Bruges, Brussels, Berlin. Well, that's a lot of B's. I've been to Milan, Rome. I've been to Salzburg, Austria. I spent Christmas in Prague. No Poland. I'm trying to think. I've been to Budapest, and I think that might be it. I don't think I've been to anywhere else. How's Ukraine this time of year? I'm kidding. We pray for our friends in Ukraine. I actually know a handful of comics that are from Ukraine, and I get a lot of my boots on the ground information from them. So devastating. So devastating. Well, people just don't realize how close. I mean, that's Europe, baby. We are right there. This is all very, very close. I'd love to go to Portugal. I would love to. There's a lot of places I'd love to go. Scandinavia, of course, would be amazing. There's so much out there. I'll be quite honest. I have close to, I'm going to piss somebody off. I have close to zero desire to go to Greece. It just seems like Greece, and maybe it's like this with Venice, where Venice has the canals and it's so overly commercialized that I feel like Bruges isn't as busy. I feel like it's like a secret. I mean, anyone who knows Europe knows Bruges, so maybe it's not a secret. But, I'd rather go to Croatia than than Greece, just because when you hear about it, it just seems like it's just like so much tourism and all that. I don't know. I know we have some of our YouTube audience in Slovakia, and we have some other, we're all over the place. But yeah, that's where I've been. So thank you so much for calling in. I don't know if I got all your questions answered.
Hi, this is Anna from Arizona. I know everybody's talking about Logan.
I've been to Arizona.
But was I the only person who thought that Johnny probably would not have gotten a rose had he not said, like, pretty sad stuff, where I was like, bro, like, I feel for you, but you need to get your butt to therapy, not to the Bachelorette. I don't know if that's mean, but yeah, I feel like it was one of these, like, pity roses, but definitely not making it to hometown.
Oh, you don't think so? Well, I think Johnny's got a lot in his future within the Bachelor world, but we'll have to see how it all plays out. Yeah, maybe he's maybe he's not as far along as some other people are with their therapy journey, but I feel like the biggest thing you can hope for with people is that they have a thirst for self-growth, and you don't have to have all the answers. You just need to know that, like, you're not perfect as is. Like, we're all perfect and imperfect, right? So thinking that you don't have any problems that need fixing, that's the worst place you can be. At least we can all say, all right, I've got blind spots. I don't know where they are, but whenever I feel a trigger and a defensiveness, I'm going to look into them. Erica said a destination wedding and a destination Christmas. Boy, I need to get myself a YouTube career. Yeah, look, I highly suggest it. Work really hard, build an audience, and try to see the world. Absolutely. And I think I'll try to do a stand-up show if I go to Paris. I don't know if we have any Parisians in the audience today.
Hello, Dave. This is Linda from Indianapolis.
Hi, Linda.
And this is going to be longer than a minute.
Not by much.
So if you don't want to share it with everybody, that's okay.
No, you got
but
this.
This is for you. Rachel and Gabby are really
thank you, Celeste,
breaking my heart, talking about how they're not good enough. And you've said that too a lot lately. And I don't like that. You have people in your business, like Red Sox and Richard Pryor. You don't think they ever felt like they were good enough? I mean, they did it their own way, right?
Good point.
You are even better. You're more than good enough. 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. Hey, you go ahead and give Tasha and Boone a hug to me. And later, Gator.
Oh, Linda,
Bye.
That's so sweet. Linda, you just made my nose get stuffy because that was so sweet. Because you know why? Because I wasn't expecting, we're over here talking about stupid things, but I appreciate you, Linda. Linda's like a guardian angel. Maybe we all could listen to Linda right there. Maybe she was talking to all of us. We are good enough. I have a mantra I like to share. I am enough, I have enough, I want to share it. And I'll be honest, I've got a book, it's close by, and in that book, a lot of what I've been asking for with regards to my life is I've been asking to have a platform that gives me the opportunity to just share. Like, that's really what it comes down to, whether it's on stage as a stand-up, whether it's in person, just meeting people, or whether it's with my friends and family, or whether it's with you guys on YouTube. I've just been wanting to have the platform that gives me that equity that's needed to share, to make moves. And by no means do I want to come off as ungrateful. I really am. But at the same time, when I say we've only got one subscriber, I still got to, You know, I got to inspire you guys to hit the button. That's all I'm doing. We don't need subscribers to do this. We're crushing this game with 50K. But would the doors open up a little bit more with more following? Yes. You're only given as much as you can handle. So we're going to prove that we can handle this right now. But Linda, thank you for the kind words. I really appreciated that. All right, next.
Nancy from Texas. Oh, I think I messed up. I think I'm supposed to start talking. Sorry.
No worries.
Hi, Dave. This is Nancy. I haven't called in a really long time. I haven't watched for several seasons, but I started again, so I thought I'd comment. Okay, Rachel, she really gets on my nerves. I'm pretty much over her. She's just whiny, immature, and she just needs to grow up. It's not all about her. Love Gabby. She's just so graceful and just fun and real. I really like her. Guys, Eric, man, he's hot. He's super hot. I don't know. I think he might break Gabby's heart. I don't know. He's got some kind of weird vibes about him. Love Jason. I think Jason's pretty much perfect for Gabby. The big issue with Jason on TV is just that he's not dramatic at all, so it doesn't make for compelling TV, but I think he's really good. Logan, I think it's just noise right now. It's just, they need drama, so I think that's what that's about. And Tino, man, he looks like Sylvester Stallone. He reminds me of him. Anyway, really, I like him a lot. And it seems like Rachel, I think she's going to pick him unless I saw a little something on the trailer that maybe there's going to be some drama there, but it seems like he's really her number one. I think I'm leaving out some people, but I'm sure I'm over a minute. Okay, thanks for everything you do. Bye.
Much appreciate you, Nancy from Texas over there. All right, very nice. Yeah, look, she's telling you who she thinks is hot. That's what we. Yeah, I'm just seeing if we're gonna trying to see what some people are saying over here. I took the voicemail line down, but I'm going to give you guys one last chance to call. If there's anything you've missed out on, by all means, now's your shot. Linda said, I just hate young ones not believing in themselves. I hear you, Linda. Sometimes, every once in a while, we just kind of get in our own way. And I wouldn't call myself a young one by any means, but, we get in our own way and we forget the thing that's makes us unique. And that's okay. That's okay. Hold on one second, guys. If I send this to myself, I'm just trying to send myself this link here. Hold on one second. We're going to get into it. We're going to take maybe our last calls here. I'm out of breath. There it is. One second here. Copy that. Send it over. All right. And I'm going to have to go to Rodecaster Pro. We're going to have to go to MacBook Pro mode. So I should be on the MacBook Pro now. And let's see. One second here. If we go here, what do we have here? This will be... I'm having an issue with my buttons. You guys won't believe this. I'm having a big button issue. Okay, that's where we'll go for that. All right, so Kelly said, OMG, shout out to my mom for calling in. Thanks for the love to me and my mama, Dave. Yeah, Kelly, you guys are funny. You guys crack me up. So, Reality Steve tweeted earlier, got this DM the day the Bachelorette cast was first announced. Didn't think much of it because I get this every season. Then a day after episode 2 aired, a TikTok surfaced, contact was made, and tomorrow I will share the very detailed findings from that TikTok. It's very bizarre and shitty.
So I'm sorry if I thought I was showing you guys this. So here was the DM that I got. I'm out of breath. Hey, Steve, just saw that Nate is in the running. And again, I shared this with you a little while ago, but, it's a lot of sort of late breaking news here. And just saw that Nate is in the running. Would love to put you in contact with one of my friends who dated him if he moves on. He is such a bad guy. Now, whenever I hear someone's such a bad guy, look, I don't know, maybe, and I've been accused of, I'm an apologist for bad behavior. I just think you get away with what you can get away with. And sometimes if you're raised by maybe a mom who just takes care of everything for you, maybe you're not good at, learning how to do things for yourself, or maybe, whatever. You never know. But in most scenarios, people that become good people weren't always good people. They might have been selfish. They might have, whatever. Always other things going on. Let's read some comments here. My friend's company paid penthouse overlooking the lakes, but okay. Travis said, after that ending, I wish Johnny maybe was more mature. And then what else do we have here? Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see on the voicemail. Oh, we have a lot of voicemails. Let's finish this up. Sorry, you can't hear this. I think. Hold on, folks. I'm trying to figure this all out.
Hey, Dave. It's Rachel from Virginia calling in really quickly last minute. The episode was great. Drama filled, everything. The season preview looks great. Sorry if you just heard my cat. I'm just I'm cracking up realizing that Bruce from Oregon with all his voicemails is the moderator. So I just wanted to say, hey, Bruce, and hey, Dave, and everyone watching, and back to the live. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks for calling in. Yeah, I didn't realize that, I didn't realize people didn't realize it was the same Bruce. We only have one Bruce.
Hey, Dave, Mrs. B from Hamilton again. This is super, super not directed at anybody because I'm also talking about myself here. This is the first time that I'm not actually super hyped over the two Bachelorettes. I never really got it when people were not excited about it. But even I find myself being oh, Rachel, please stop crying. Please give me more funny Gabby moments. And now I see where all this comparison is coming in, and it's kind of making me a little sad. I feel a little bad for Rachel right now because I hope she's staying offline, to be honest. Online is so cruel. But yeah, it's the first time I'm not feeling this two Bachelorette thing. I hope I change my mind back to the way I felt before. Sorry for this long message. Bye.
Celeste said, are you okay, Dave? Yeah, I was just multitasking. We had a lot going on here. So let's just, I have to say, it takes a lot of work to kind of put this all together here. So we're joined right now by special guest and friend of the program, Reality Steve. How you doing, buddy?
Dave, what's up?
Good to see you, man. So I hear you got some stories coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, I got this story. It's from the beginning of the season. I think people saw my tweet tonight. It's just beginning of every season, especially once the cast is released, I get immediately DMs oh my God, my friend dated him. He's such a player, and oh my God, this and that. It's just okay. And I take everything with just okay, thanks. We'll see if there's anything there. And then after the second episode of the season, one girl posted a TikTok about, watching The Bachelor and finding out after a year and a half of dating a guy that he had a child. Obviously, she was talking about Nate. But again, from March until July, when that person was emailing me, I was there's no way she was really serious with Nate, right? That's impossible. How in the world could you date somebody for a year and a half and that person, I think you and I both agree, showing your kid is that's discretionary for every relationship. I get that. But how do you not even mention the fact that you have a child, let alone a 6-year-old child during a relationship? That was just weird. So I was just under the assumption the whole time, okay. She went on a few dates with him. They might have even hooked up for a month or two, but still no obligation on his end to tell her whatever he doesn't want to. And then when I started hearing more of the story, that girl put out the TikTok, we contacted each other. And I told her, I said, look, I need to know that this was more than a one-night stand or you were a booty call, because there's nothing there if it isn't. And she's like, oh, no. We were together. I'm like, all right, well, send me what you got. And she sent me, I figured she'd send me, 3, 4, 5 pictures of them together. I'll be like, okay. And then I would probably debate whether or not to even run this. The girl sent me a Google Drive with 38 photos in it and a timeline of their whole relationship. I'm like, oh, okay.
She's auditing him.
Like, and look, I don't really have anything to add to the story other than I basically cut and pasted her timeline, and that's going to be my column tomorrow. Like, you will see this girl, her whole story. And look, people are still going to defend Nate and say, like, well, at least he didn't, assault anybody, and this isn't criminal. It's like, yeah, is that the standard we've set for men? At least you didn't physically hurt somebody? Like, I told her, I said, look, this is your story. If you want to tell it, you can tell it, but you have to put your name to it. I'm not going to be the middle person, and I need details, as many of you can. And she sent me way more details than I ever expected, and it's basically a cut and paste job. And then within her timeline, there is another girl that comes into the story that they didn't even know about each other until this show, The Bachelorette, started. It's crazy.
Well, look at you, Reality Steve. You're bringing women together.
Yeah, look at me. Women empowerment. I'm all for it. And look, I told both of these women, they're afraid of backlash. And I said, look, the people who love Nate and will defend him just because they've seen him on a TV show for 5 episodes, you're not going to appeal to those people. They will find a way to defend anything you say and anything you write. But in this particular instance, Nate is certainly in the wrong. There's no other way around it. He has no explanation for it. And it's just weird. The whole thing is just bizarre to me. The whole thing is bizarre. The effort he was putting into 2 different women literally on the same day. It is weird.
Oh boy. What time does this go live? And when you hit the button, do you just go for a walk or do you immediately, what's the strategy here?
Well, considering I'm still sitting here with a torn Achilles, I'm probably gonna hit send or post or whatever, and then probably go back to bed. And
oh man, yeah, sorry to hear about that. Yeah, so what's the update? Did you end up having to get surgery?
Surgery is happening. I don't know what day yet. It's either going to be probably Wednesday or Thursday of this week. But yeah, they just told me they said, look, it's torn pretty good. You can have it heal on its own, but if you heal that thing on its own, number one, you'll never get the strength back that it once had, and 2, you are so much more at risk for re-rupturing it. You might as well, get surgery and get it the tendon reattached, because if you just let it heal on its own, it's not going to reattach properly. So
yikes! Sorry to hear that. Oh man, what a bummer. Well, hopefully it's a quick. You need to get some crutches sponsorships or something.
I know. This is and I'm just this is. I'm trying to remember. I did back in the early 2000s. I rolled my ankle in a basketball game and I tore ligaments in my ankle, and I was in a boot for a while, so long ago. It was at least 3 or 4 weeks, but that was on my right foot, so it was really tough to gauge hitting the gas pedal and hitting the brake.
Oh yeah.
But I was still driving. But this one's on my left, so I can drive, and it just getting around my house now with crutches and being in a splint once the surgery happens. That's just going to be because I live by myself and I've got a dog to take care of, and I'm going to have to figure out the dog walking deal, how I'm going to deal with that. But
bummer. Well, we hope you have a speedy recovery. That's just sounds like such a horrific.
Yeah, it sucks.
More time though to sleuth your spoilers. Yeah. Kenya in the comment section wants to know if you have any final spoilers. Obviously, you're not going to share them, but how close are you?
I've got spoilers coming this week, probably Wednesday. I'm going to get this Nate story out tomorrow. That was the plan. I was thinking of doing the spoilers tomorrow on Nate Wednesday, but I was like, let this, not that it's a small story. It's going to be very long to read, and it's very detailed. Because I told her, I said, I want to include everything. I'm not going to hold back here and just be like, oh, some girl that he was hooking up with. No, you need to show me the relationship and the stages of this relationship and what was going on. And she said, here. And I basically just cut and pasted her timeline. I don't really add anything to it other than here's the story. You make your decision on what you think of Nate.
Yeah, these are the types of things you don't need to editorialize. It's like, here's the info. You guys can judge, but she wanted it out there. She could have probably just put it out on her own, but obviously she's doing it through you, which is good for you.
Yeah,
and
she doesn't have a platform. I mean, she had a TikTok account that it didn't go crazy, and it's not like her TikTok was like the who was the girl this summer with Clayton? I already forgot her name. Sarah, I think her name was the Clayton story. Like that one blew up, and everybody was talking about it. This girl, she put out a 10-second TikTok, and all she was just like basically almost embarrassed that like, oh my God, I find out through a TV show that a guy I spent a year and a half with had a child. Like, and it was almost like, boy, I'm embarrassed. It's not like she's looking for clout or anything like that. So
yeah, which makes it even more damning because, you know, the first thing I think when I see her TikTok, it's like, clearly you didn't know you were the booty call. That's what you think.
That's what I thought. Like, trust me, when I got that first DM back in March, when someone said my friend dated Nate, he's not a good guy, I'm like, okay, you know, what's the story? And then they told me something. I'm like, I still was just like, okay, so she's probably a girl that dated him for a couple months. He didn't say anything. And it's just like, no, it was legit. I mean, the first meeting between them took place in January of 2020, and then we know the pandemic hit 2 months later. So from January to about July of 2020, they only saw each other once because once the pandemic hit, she moved back home. But you'll see, look, everything is dated. Everything has pictures attached to it. There are love notes in there. There are love texts in there. Like this, there's no disputing what this relationship was. And I just don't understand the guy. I don't understand it. But when I watch this show and I see him calling himself Mr. Girl Dad, I think it's he's full of shit. It's no other way to put it. You know?
All right. Well, we're looking forward, and we can catch that at realitysteve.com, right?
Yeah, tomorrow it'll be up about 10 a.m. Eastern time. So
all right.
Central, 8 Mountain.
Thanks for giving us a sneak peek. I appreciate it, and keep icing the ankle, and we'll have to send you some Olive Garden Postmates or something to help you recover.
What I need. Just what I need.
Unlimited breadsticks. All right, man. Thanks again for calling in. I appreciate you.
You got it. Bye.
All right, see ya. All right, that was Reality Steve Carbone checking in. Pretty big information he was sharing with us, so that's very kind of him to share. It's his story to share in the morning, and we're going to see all of the info as it comes out. I don't really have much of an opinion about it other than it was a story that I think this lady was going to share anyway, and was able to kind of get the timeline set up with him and put it on his platform, and hey, that's what it is. So let me know what you guys think, and also make sure, if you don't already, follow Steve. Of course, he's got a huge following, so you're probably already over there, but he is at Reality Steve, the king of spoilers. Bad boy, I'm pimping for Reality Steve.
I don't care if you think I'm pimping for Dave.
So there he is, rising to prominence. Yeah, it'll be, put it this way, it'll be a very interesting day tomorrow. We will do a recap or a reaction to the story as it comes out. We'll have our morning, I guess I'll be up around 6 because we'll have our morning recap up first thing in the morning, and then this will probably be video too. I mean, we all know it's coming, so now we can check it out. Travis said, I once knew a past student who faked having a rare form of leukemia so she could fundraise for her tuition. I've heard of stories too where people's parents did that, or someone said, hey, people have mental health issues, and they're not always as cut and dry as just acting a certain way. It's very different across the board, and that's sad, and we can have compassion for that. But also, hey, we'll just see how it all plays out. Teresa said, when I was a teen, I faked being mentally unstable to dump a guy. Teresa, listen, I've had a drink with you. I don't know if you faked that. Okay, no, we love you, Teresa. All right, well, that's going to be it. Actually, you know what? I think I got voicemail still. Oh boy, we have 3 final voicemails. So I'm going to get to these final voicemails right now, and then we're going to call it on the episode here. Let's go to Emily in St. Louis.
Hi, Dave. This is Emily from St. Louis, Missouri calling. I watched the episode tonight. I watched it as a DVR recording because I got really late to it. But I actually kind of enjoyed tonight's episode. I really felt bad about everything happening with Logan. I mean, just for Rachel's sake, but I think she handled it so well. Based on last week, I thought she was going to have like a full-blown meltdown, but she was so mature, and she was even telling Gabby, you know, you have to do what's best for you. I think if there's a connection, you know, just go and explore with that. But I am so curious as to what you think is going to happen with Logan next week. With Jesse Palmer telling him he has to leave. Do you think he broke the rules? Maybe with a producer? I don't know if something happened behind the scenes. Or maybe they're just spinning it, but like just something happened. Maybe, I hope not, to a family member. I don't know. What do you think? Thank you guys. Have a nice night. Bye.
I'll put it this way. And thanks for calling. I don't think it's that egregious because I think Logan's still a member of the Bachelor community. So I think whatever it is, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what it could be. It could be anything from him, hooking up with a producer to catching COVID. You know, the fact that this show hasn't had one COVID positive test in the 2 years makes you feel like they're not even testing. I have no idea what it will be. None.
Bonjour, Dave. It's Sophia from Montreal.
Bonjour, ça va?
I think people are giving Rachel a really hard time. And, you know, the situation they've been placed in is not a great one. We all saw Ashley I lose it many times in Paradise. We don't know if she's PMSing. We don't know if whatever, like, birth control she's on is making her a cray-cray, or if she's just reacting like that because she doesn't have Google Maps. She doesn't know where she is. She has no access to Instagram. She's flipping out. Okay? So I feel like people need to be a little bit easier on her, you know, and I don't think Gabby's handling it that well. Okay, let's admit that she was hiding the smile when Logan showed up. She was like, "Nyaha, I win. Ego be stroked," you know? But anyway, that's just me. And she knows she had to go talk to Rachel. Because otherwise people think she's a bee, you know? I don't want to say which swear words. Try not to demonetize you again. Anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, bye everyone. Love you. Okay, cheers.
Love from Montreal. Thank you so much. Of course, I'm playing the American anthem. Yeah, look, I mean, no, I'm not villainizing Rachel. I'm not villainizing her whatsoever. She's having a rough go of it. But my only hope is that maybe this exposes something that she can work on within herself, right? That's all we can hope for. Thank you so much for calling in.
Hi, Dave. It's Sandoval, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I just finished watching Bachelor. And I am super stoked that Gabby, just the drama that's going on with Gabby and Rachel. And the fact that Gabby kept, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Anyway, the fact that what's his name got a rose at the end of the last one, and when here in the beginning at the first rose ceremony, Rachel was super excited, and Gabby, they were hanging out the guys, and they were debating about how much they liked the same guy, and Gabby was so, yeah, I like him. And then, like, Rachel just went in and totally cut it off and was like, oh, I kissed him. And she was just kissing everybody. And so I think Gabby would have got him in the first night. And anyway, just give him enough rope. But I really enjoying it so much. And I'm enjoying watching you on YouTube. So thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's always going to be a little competitive energy. Hey, big shout out to Paige for just joining the Patreon right there. Thank you so much for that. Paige joined the Patreon. If anyone else wants to join the Patreon, it's on patreon.com/Dave Neal. That's where I'll be if you want to catch all of my live streams. I do them in the morning. I do them at like 10 a.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow, we will have a full behind-the-scenes breakdown of the story that's coming out tomorrow morning. I'm going to give you as much info as I can. I'm going to tell you all about my thoughts and what, good, bad, the other, all that jazz. So if you want all the extra content, go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. It is all there. I'm going to end this video right now with my Patreon trailer. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for making this a great live stream. Really appreciate all of you. Off to bed for me because we're going to have an early morning tomorrow. Again, you can go right from here and join the Patreon if you want. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. I will talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.
In a world with no production value,
a man decided to recap The Bachelor. And now, available only on Patreon, you can see Vintage Dave.
Okay, hello. This is my first review of Bachelor Season 20 with Ben Higgins.
All right, now available on Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Neal. All right, folks, thank you guys so much. Hit the subscribe button on the way out the door. Shout out to all the moderators. Kathy Johns, thanks for joining the community today. Kelly as well. Appreciate all of you guys. Have a drink for me, Sophia. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Does he have like this swag?
Girl, she don't know.
I don't care if you think I'm pimping for Dave. I would highly suggest going to Dave Neal's YouTube page, Barrel Scraping Dave.
You cut the crap.